Hey everybody, Necroxis here. I'm back. I am in the Deadmines. Like I said, I would do a video like this on my Dawning of a New Day finale. Basically, I'm just going to show you the bosses in the Deadmines because some of them do have decent story, and the Vanessa VanCleef fight is actually really awesome in my opinion. One of the standout fights in Cataclysm, one of the absolute best in my opinion, in terms of its uniqueness and how much it made me feel for her as a character and as part of the story. So I'm going to start off. I'm not sure how long this is actually going to be, but I think I can solo this. I think I'm pretty good. I should be able to. We're going to get to the first boss, and then I'm going to see how much I actually really need to show you. I'm probably going to cut out a lot of the actual trash pulls because they're pretty insignificant. But the first boss is pretty close, so I'm just going to do that. So all these mobs. This is on heroic. You can only do the Vanessa VanCleef fight on heroic. If you do it on normal Deadmines, as I'm sure most of you have figured out, she actually isn't there. Cookie is actually the final boss, which is pretty funny. Cookie's the only character, as someone pointed out in my finale video, that they didn't explain what happened to him. He just kind of shows up. And he's just there, and he isn't, like, his return isn't explained. They don't tell you, like, oh, we thought he was dead, but he's not, and blah, 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 blah. He just is kind of there. So, I find it pretty interesting. I don't know how well it's actually going to go, although, you know, I beat Conrathon. I'm pretty confident I can kill these guys. Or clear this instance. I guess we'll find out with the first boss, who is actually Glubtok, which is the first person we meet of Vanessa's crew during the storyline when she's talking to him in the cave. So let's see what he has to say. He is at 4 million health, which isn't that much. He is obviously a magic user. His attacks, he basically switches between two different modes until you get him to low health. He does Fists of Flames and Fists of Ice or something like that. Fists of Frost, that's what it is. And he just does AoE damage to everybody, basically, until you get him to low health, and then he, as you're going to see in a second, right here, he goes to the middle of the room, raises... There's two heads are talking to one another, which is pretty funny. And then he does this, which he just does basically, he summons a firewall, which I need to avoid, because I think it'll do a lot of damage to me even at this level, so... But he's dead, so it doesn't matter. Yep. After you get him to low health, he turns into a pile of ash because he has used too much power. So, yeah, I'm just going to skip to the next boss, which is Helix Gearbreaker. So, I'll see you when I get to him. Okay, we're at Helix Gearbreaker. I am now at this part of the instance. He is riding on the back of a lumbering oaf, like he likes to do. So let's kill him. Let's kill all of the things. Basically, his fight, he throws bombs everywhere that you have to avoid. And then after you kill him, like you will see, after you kill his lumbering oaf, you will... I'm getting oaf smashed. I don't know how much damage it actually does. It didn't do anything, so whatever. He also has his crew up there throwing bombs. So I believe you can kill them, but it's not really worth it. He's gonna jump on my head now because I'm the other character. I'm the only other person in this instance. So he put a chest bomb on me, but he's dead, so it doesn't matter what he does. So suck it, Helix. Loot all the things. That did like nothing. So yeah, next up, I believe, is the, whatever it's called, the Faux Reaper 5000, which is basically a souped up, what are those called? Farm Watchers or whatever. Anyway, I'll see you when I get to him, and then I will be able to speak better, because herp derpity derp. So yeah, I'm down here, like I said, the Harvest Golems is what I was trying to say. The Defias have been known to use them in the past. They famously unleashed them onto Sentinel Hill and Vanilla storyline, basically to scare all of the people there. But it seems to be in this part in the new storyline, the Harvest Watchers are actually making here have gone out of control, and they have a mind of their own. Right before I started recording, there were engineers running out of the place saying, "Run, they're alive," and no. And eventually, this boss is the Harvest Reaper right here. I have to power him up by killing the Reapers around him. And the way you're supposed to do the fight is one person is supposed to be in the suit here, like you see when they get low on health, you can actually go in them, but they slowly burn down. There's actually one at the top of the ramp, and the way you're supposed to do the fight and how it worked in Cataclysm was you pulled him, everyone ran to the top, and someone got into the suit and basically tanked his abilities. I believe that's right. I haven't done the fight in a long time, so I think that's right. But I'm just going to have my Void Lord tank him, and I'll just blow the shit out of him. So, should be fun. I'm going to heal him up before we actually pull, because I don't mind having him low health on trash, but on bosses they hit kind of hard still, so. Heal this mother up. My good friend. Negaxios. Negaxios, is that how you pronounce it? Whatever. I have a full Thelmoth, who is my Void Walker.
Reaper 5000 online. All systems nominal.
All systems nominal until now, because now you're going to die. Also during the fight, the slag in this thing begins to bubble and do this. He also has like a whirlwind that I skipped over by doing too much damage to him, and he also does an enrage basically, but he's dead. So. Wheat clog in import 2. Okay, that was him. He's not really in the storyline, but you know, it makes sense from an overall story perspective. The Defias used harvest golems, and now one of them turned on them. So now I'm going to meet you back at the boat, the famous boat of the Deadmines, where you fight 3 bosses actually this time. So I'll see you guys there. And because I am a nostalgic fool, I'm going to push this, and I'm going to remind myself of Mr. Smite, who says, "You there, check out that noise." And the new one is that the thing was just rigged with a trap, and these guys attacked me, so. Ah, the old days. Where you came to the Deadmines and you spent hours in here because your group sucked. But, yeah. See you at the top of the boat. Okay, and so we've come to the top of the ship. And Vanessa's nowhere to be found. Actually, Admiral Ripsnarl is up here, so let's engage him. Fresh meat, I believe. Who else says that? I think... I know someone says that in the game. Fresh meat. I believe it's an Abomination quote, but I could be wrong. For this fight, basically, he does more damage every time he attacks than he does this phase. Which is, he makes the whole place foggy, and then you have to fight these vapor mobs. And then he'll pop out every once in a while to hit people. But, and then he'll restart, and that's the whole entire fight, so. It's not very interesting, but, see, there he is. He has appeared. I'm going to try and do as much damage as I can to him before he disappears again. Only got off 1 Chaos Bolt. And for the Vapors, you have to kill them quickly, or they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Still, it's like nothing. He can smell my fear. That's nice. Come on, dude. Where are you? There he is. Got stunned. See if I can pop off a Chaos Bolt on him. Yes, I did. Before the bastard disappears again. Wish I could finish him off before he disappears again. That'd be... Nope. Son of a bitch. I blame Garen Stoutmantle for not just executing this prisoner and having me deal with this stupid bullshit. I always felt like, I remember testing this out when I got into the Cataclysm beta and feeling like a lot of the Deadmines fights, they felt like they could have added another mechanic. There could have been something else in this fight. So apparently he says, "I will not find her until it is too late." I can only assume it is Vanessa, and so a shadowy figure appears in the cabin, Just like with VanCleef in the original one, this worked the same way. So let's engage VanCleef. Oh wait, it's Captain Cookie instead. This is. I always felt like this was a joke fight, even on the even on a heroic level. He basically just jumps into a pot and throws food at you, and some foods debuff you, some foods buff you. For example, this one right here is going to be a buff, as well as this one. And it basically increases my spellcasting by a shitload. So I'm just going to kill him real quick before food gets overwhelming. I'm standing in all the shit food. And then we will do the Vanessa VanCleef fight, which is awesome. There he goes, he's dead. So, Captain Cookie's down. Admiral Ripsnarl's down. A note falls on the floor. Let's see what it says once I organize my shit in my inventory. Where is it? I'm gonna eat this watermelon. Here's the note. A note from Vanessa. It says, "Congratulations, adventurer. Continue reading. Note, this will alert Vanessa to your presence. You managed to walk right into my trap." Oh shit, there she is. Get her. Kick her ass.
I've been waiting a long time for this, you know.
Eat the bread.
Biding my time, building my forces, studying the minds of my enemies. I was never very good at hand-to-hand combat, you know. Not like my father. But I always excelled at poisons.
Oh shit. Noxious
Especially
concoction.
Venoms that affect the mind.
God, I love Vanessa. She reminds me of Azula from the last Airbender. Avatar: The Last Airbender. So now I'm in a nightmare. I have to activate steam valves to free myself. Free myself! Go! I did it! Hooray!
Poor Glubtok. When his powers manifested, his own ogre mound was the first to burn. Deep within his soul, the one thing he feared most of all was himself.
And now, this is why I love this fight. You have to go through various nightmares from the bosses you've just defeated. This one's Glubtok. Apparently he was too powerful for his own good, and as you can tell, there's fire and frost everywhere. I'm trying to remember how do I get in here without going through fire, because he does. Oh, here we go. Fire does a lot of damage still, even at level 90. Glubtok's right there, so I'm just going to. I just realized my Void Lord's gone, which is unfortunate for me, but I'll just kill Glubtok anyway. This isn't actually him; it's just like a nightmare version of himself. So now he's gone. Nightmare shifts. I actually need to summon my dude.
Most rogues prefer to cloak themselves in the shadows, but not Helix. You never know what skitters in the darkness.
This one I never understood. This is the Helix nightmare, but there are just like spiders everywhere. This is the spider one, right? Yeah, here he is, right here. See? I'm in Helix's nightmare, but I actually just skipped all the spiders. I guess the thing is spiders scare people, but they never really connect it with Helix, so I don't understand. So now I have to go in here.
Can you imagine the life of a machine? A simple spark can mean the difference between life and death.
So now this is like a gauntlet kind of thing. That did a lot of damage to me. I forgot this can still kill me, so I have to go through and then do this. Do some little fancy maneuvers. Epic maneuvers. Oops. This one, oh, I thought that one wasn't going. Kill him, quick. Shoot all the things. Oh god, that hit me. Now we've made it. So we come to the final nightmare, which is Admiral Ripsnarl. It actually is a gauntlet
Ripsnarl
fight, as you can
wasn't
see.
always a bloodthirsty savage. Once, he even had a family. He was called James Harrington. A tragedy in 3 parts.
That's with Admiral Ripsnarl's nightmare. You have to save his family, basically, in the nightmare. I assume this is his daughter that we're saving. What's her name? Emmy Harrington. You have to save her before she dies, or the fight fails. For you, at least. I am moving around my action bars like a pro, instead of actually doing damage. I'm clicking. Yes, I am a clicker sometimes. Get over it. So after you save one, you get the adrenaline buff to run quicker. I have to save Eric Harrington, which I assume is his son. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Why is he still losing health? Stop it. You can hear people speaking, and I can't understand what it's saying. Like, I can hear it in my headphone. Now I have to save Calissa, which I assume is his wife? Yes? Let's make it up here. James Harrington's right here, which is him. The Nightmare, Admiral Ripsnarl. Just Calissa, I am so sorry. James, please, I love you. And finally, Vanessa's Nightmare Elixir has worn off. Let's confront her and end the Defias threat once and for all. There she is. Get her.
I will not share my father's fate. Your tale ends here.
God, I love her. Where did my Void Lord go? Get up here.
Really think I would come to this fight alone?
Yep. So, like she says, she flat out admits she's not the best hand-to-hand fighter. So, she summons mobs. As you can see, Defias Shadow Guards, which is like another callback to the VanCleef fight when he summons Defias Black Guards. This whole fight is just a nostalgic love fest. Defias Blood Wizard, I need to take that guy or chick out. Wow, I'm like half my health.
Fools! This entire ship is rigged with explosives! Enjoy your fiery deaths!
So she tries to blow up the ship, but there are ropes. You have to swing to avoid the explosives. Silly Vanessa. You won't beat me that easily. She's freaking out now. Vengeance of VanCleef. I have to not hit her when she does Chaos Bolt, because it deflects my spells. I also need to have my Void Lord actually tank stuff, which would be nice.
You didn't honestly think I would only plant one set of explosives, did you?
Oh, Vanessa. I love you just so much. So she detonates more explosives. The boat is literally completely being destroyed right now by her own doing. And let's finish the Requiem of Vanessa VanCleef. There she goes.
I will not give you the pleasure. If I'm going to die, I'm taking you all with me.
She has a barrel of gunpowder in her hand,
My
and she activates it as you fly away. She says her fate is her own, unlike her father, who was killed and beheaded. And thus ends the tale of Vanessa VanCleef and the threat of the Defias. Some people have noted from the old Defias quest chain in Vanilla is that this boat was not dealt with. After we beat VanCleef, we just kind of left it here. I believe this is Blizzard's answer. Vanessa basically destroyed her own boat to get at you, because she remembers how her father died. So, and then to a truly awesome character, which I feel like Cataclysm introduced Wrath as well, a character who I really, really loved that they killed off like almost immediately afterwards. For Wrath, it was Grand Apothecary Putris. For Cataclysm, it was Vanessa VanCleef. I felt like they could have done a lot more with her, because the Defias are so interesting. But, you know, this is definitely my favorite reimagining of an old instance that they began doing. So let's hope that in the next expansion they do it again with something else, because the Scarlet Monastery ones weren't great, They were okay, but you know, they weren't great. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. That was the final stand of the Defias. I suppose they are now officially gone. Well, most of them are. But I'm sure if I leave the instant Sentinel Hill still on fire, because yay for continuity. Anyway, guys, thanks. My name is Necroxis once more, and stay tuned for more retro lore. Coming up next, I'm not sure what I have, but I have a couple things in the pipeline at least. I have a Burning Crusade quest. I have another Burning Crusade quest. And a Wrath one. So, yeah. Stay tuned, guys. I'll see you next time for more lore, because there always is more lore to explore with me. And I hope you do that with me. Farewell.